Well, we're going to talk about internet safety. And when I used to talk about internet safety, all I had to do was mention, regular desktop computer and a laptop computer. But now things are changing because kids can hold everything in their hand. They can move around the house. No longer is it in the den or in the dining room. It's movable. It's mobile. And all of these things that they have access to go online. A Wii, Xbox, a Nook or a Kindle, iPads, of course, DSi, 3DS, whatever they're at now, PS Vita, phones, and of course the PS4. My kids have about 4 of those different devices. They're all capable of getting online. So it changes the whole outlook of things. Language has changed since the children have been born. You have words that were not even there a decade ago when some of the kids were being born. FaceTime, Tumblr, cyberbullying, LOL, all the different phrases they have, all the different acronyms. So the risks of being online for a kid, of course cyberbullying, that's the big buzzword out there now. That's what people are trying to protect their children against. It's one thing to have a bully you can see, but a bully that you can't see is even harder. Exposure to inappropriate content. That's one of my biggest worries with a 17-year-old boy. Online predators and posting of personal and inappropriate information. And of course, as the kids get a little older, the sexting. We talk about the risks for every age. You have your younger children, being polite and etiquette, looking at inappropriate content, pop-ups and passwords, downloading things that can hurt your computer like a virus, and not trusting the people online. They think everybody's their friend. We also have for the older kids the cyberbullying, the sexting, the posting of inappropriate information, and online predators. Collaboration. The kids are now starting to, and as young as 4th grade, I've been teaching my 3rd and 4th graders how to use Google Docs. And they will work on projects together. They can do this at home, they can do this at school. One child may work on a slide presentation, the other child can add things in. And we have to talk about also the etiquette of collaborating with each other. Equal sharing of the work, doing what you're supposed to be doing when you're supposed to be doing it, making sure that they're on task. In today's classroom, students are often asked to collaborate on projects, and our school district, we use Moodle or Google Docs. Those are mostly internal, if I'm correct. They log on through their Westchester area school district username and password. So they're protected from the outside. But again, you have to think about the cyberbullying issue, when they work together like this. Sometimes students will be involved in flipped or blended activities. That happens more in middle school and in high school. This is a safe environment for students to practice their online skills. To practice, you can't tell them never use this and then not give them a chance to practice before you let them out to the real world. It's a flipped or blended classroom. The teacher may have them do actual learning assignments at home. For example, they may go home and instead of doing a written homework assignment, the teacher may assign, watch this movie, write down the key points. Instead of showing the movie during class time, they flip it and they do that part at home. Okay, and blended means you do a little bit of both. Okay, correct.
You got it. You're good.
It is important for students to remember to share the workload and treat each other with respect. And again, when we're talking about internet safety and collaboration, we're talking mainly about learning to respect each other and be polite and things like that. Okay, kids safe search engines, especially with the younger children. I try to have them use a safe search engine that's not going to bring up a picture, for example, of Janet Jackson. If they're trying to do a biography report on her, coming up with a picture of her at the Super Bowl, which would be totally inappropriate if her fourth graders. So I have my students use Instagram. Google Junior is fairly new. I'm not real impressed yet with it, but because it's new, I have a feeling it will get better. And Backmonster are all. I might have it. I also have. I'm going to show you at the end some websites with resources, and this will be part of it. But these are all good choices. I don't know if I have one. I do. One of my favorites, my Brain Pop one.
So what was the first one?
The first one is called Instagram. And when the kids search on Instagram, it's grokking. They'll come across with a bar saying it's grokking. And then it explodes into this web of information. So if you put in cats would be in the center, and then all around it would be keywords that also go along with the topic that they were searching.
And Instagram is spelled I-N-S-T-A.
G-R-O-K. Google Junior, it used to be Google One, which was about 2 years old, I guess. Google Junior just really started recently, I'd say in the last 2 months. So I've just had kids starting to use it recently. It still comes back with way too much information. For example, if you type in Molly Pitcher on Google, you're going to get 3 million, hits. Google Junior, you might get 1 million. I said, you're going to be dead and buried by the time you get through half of them. It's just too much information. Fact Monster's really nicely done. It breaks it into categories for the kids. This is even younger. My first choice would be Instagram.
For what age group?
I would say 4th and 5th. Even as young as 3rd, I've had them use it. It'll come up, and you can't see it on the screen, but it'll come up with a box, and it has little labels across the top. It has key facts, which is the most important facts about that topic. Then it has websites, so it takes you to other safe websites. It has video. It has images. And there's a 5th box, but I can't remember what it is. But it's filtered, so it's more protected. So this is a really good safe search engine.
And the Google Junior, would that be better for older?
I would probably, because it comes back with more hits, I would probably go Google Junior for the older kids.
But the content should be safer?
It should be. Okay. That's new. I haven't used it as much. I feel pretty confident about this one. We did have one incident. I emailed them, and within 10 minutes, they had corrected the issue. So it's run by people who really want it to be a kid-safe site. Footpaw, the Techno Cat, is a movie. It's very much for your kindergarten, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, even my 4th graders say, can we watch it again? I'm just going to show you a little bit of it so you can get an idea. But there is a website that I have as part of my resources that you'll be able to see. There's several different ones. One's about strangers online, downloading, emails, things like that. This is something I showed to my younger children.
Hey kids, it's your old pal, Ruff the Crime Dog here. Meet my friend Paw, the Techno Cat. Paw and I want to help you learn to be safe when you're on the internet. You want to know more? Here's our story.
Can you see that, or should I turn off?
Good night, Paw. safe and helpful, and other places are bad and dangerous. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
Hey, Papa, are you ready for some fun? Then try the Ball of Yarn chat room.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Hi, I'm Happy Fluffy Kitty Face. Do you like yarn?
I adore yarn.
Hey, let's get together, and I'll share my yarn with you.
Jumping junipers. Never agree to meet with anyone you've connected with online.
Cursor, you are on the light post in front of the state capitol.
It's a kind of easier way to start the conversation of what information is not appropriate to hand out to people that you meet online. At the end, he goes through the rules. They're all about 5 minutes long, so it's just enough time, and it's a fairly great conversation starter. That link is on the list of resources for you.
Are you gonna give us a?
I am.
Oh,
I'm going to give you the link. It's I think she has it printed on the card,
Okay.
and it'll all be available to you. Just sign in, and there's a whole bunch. I'll show you the titles at the end.
Okay.
This is another great site for kids. It has games. It's called NetSmart Kids, and the kids can go there and play. It's a very safe environment. There's movies, there's games, there's activities. They have something special every month that the kids can participate in if they want. But it's just a great way to have them practice some of these skills. They have little characters. His name is Webster, so they kind of take off on the names. And then the girl's name is Nettie for the internet. Again, this is part of netsmart.org. It's the same site that we just saw. And these are just some of the things they have available. You can do. Cyberbullying is a big issue, and that's more of your tweens, more of your 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and on up. This movie I have placed. Should open right up. Things asking for 2 sign-ins tonight. These are all short, between 1 and 2 minutes, just enough to get the idea across to older children.
We spend lots of time online. We text, we comment, we share. It's a big part of our lives. But communicating with someone online is just like talking to them in real life. Everyone appreciates politeness, and no one likes it when people make fun, spread gossip, rumors, or lies. The fact is, some people do try to hurt others online. It's called cyberbullying, and it's a lose-lose situation. It makes the person being harassed feel bad, and it makes the bully look bad. It might lead to trouble with school authorities or even the police. If someone's harassing you online, it's important not to respond. That's because bullies are looking for a reaction. Block them if you can. Ignore them if you can't. If it continues, save the evidence and ask an adult for help. And don't be afraid to stand up for yourself or to stand up for someone else being cyberbullied. This behavior usually stops pretty quickly when someone speaks up. And when you're communicating online, remember to treat people the way you'd like to be treated. Know how to handle yourself, because being online is part of your life. So stop and think before you click.
And again, this is just, that site has lots of different, this slide. Yeah, that's at the beginning anyway, no matter what I cover. There's several different topics on that online site that has all different categories. Cyberbullying is just the most important right now. Back to where I was. They have one on cyberbullying. They have one on stop and think before you click. That's a huge thing. Kids think that if they put something out there, they can get it back, and they can't. Once it's out there, it's out there. Oh, I erased it. I took it off my profile. It doesn't matter. Once it's out there, it's out there. So just stopping and thinking before you actually post something, or remark a picture, whatever. They also have one on Share with Care. There must be about 6 to 8 videos there, mainly meant for your older kids. And again, a conversation starter. This is the movie I show my fifth graders, and I tell them, I'm trying to scare you a little bit. This was created by other students, older students, high school students. It's a little bit old, you'll notice that right away because the computer looks a little older. But I have yet to find anything that hits them quite as good as this movie. Because this girl does everything wrong. I said, I want you to watch this and I want you to tell me what she does wrong. And it's what can happen if you think you know somebody when you don't. There's no real sound at the beginning. Hold on, I've got my phone.
Hi, Sam, what's up? Nothing much, you? Nothing. Sorry I had to go last night. I had to eat dinner. That's okay. My mom wanted me to eat too, so where did we leave off? You told me that your dad works in an office building, and I said that my dad works in the city. That's right. What about your mom? My mom works in the hospital. I never get to see her.
All very seamless and innocent.
Same here. My mom works in the city. My dad is mostly home. So what else is new? Nothing. I got in trouble from my teacher today. Are the teachers in your school mean? No, not really. I wish I could go there. Where do you go to school? Bird Intermediate School. I know where that is. It's in Kings Park, right? No, Conan. Oh yeah, my uncle lives over there, so that means you're around my age.
You should hear the
I'm
kids when
10.
this is going on.
Me too. We should hang out. Yeah, that would be fun. What about this weekend? My dad could call your dad and our parents could meet. Yeah, okay. Here's my phone number. Have your dad call mine and we'll hang out on Saturday. Okay, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye. Hey. Hey, Sam. My dad called your dad today.
When we're at school, you get to come over to it.
Well, they do too. You can get the idea
Really?
though.
But no one's home at my house.
I know. Your dad told my dad to pick you up, but my dad wants the address.
My dad lost the address. I live at.
Okay. My dad's leaving. I have homework, so I won't be in the car with you.
So I say to the
Okay,
kids,
I'll
who's
see
she
you soon.
expecting to come to the door? Middle-aged man.
Bye.
Bye.
This is when the kids get freaked out. The music, the music of the guy getting out of the car. So that is quite the discussion starter. I schedule an hour for this class. The movie takes 5 minutes, and the discussion just goes. And the kids are a little scared. I'm trying to frighten you a little bit. You don't give out your name, address, your age, your school, your phone number. You don't give out that information to somebody you don't know. Even if you think you know them, if you don't really know them, or mom and dad know them, you don't hand that information out to strangers. So you would go up to in a grocery store and talk to a stranger and tell them where you live, and mom's not home and dad's not home. Don't do it online either. So that's a very effective film. I don't know whether you're aware, but when you take a picture with your smartphone, it does record your location unless you turned your location on an iPhone or an iPad. Before I take a picture of one of my niece's children, I always say, is it all right if I post this? I have my location off, and they go, what do you mean have your location turned off? I said, you're giving them your latitude and your longitude when you do that. All the person has to do is right-click on the picture, and they can find your exact location. So there is a way to turn that off. If you have an iPad or an iPhone, you go to the camera, and this is your location services, and you just slide it off. It's on a lot of different apps. It's very important to do that if you want to protect your location from somebody who's savvy enough to right-click on it. iPhoto, same thing. You don't want your location embedded in a picture. Here are some app lines. Clash of Clans is very, very popular. Clash of Clans is rated 13+. In my school, the children are 11 down. No one should be playing Clash of Clans. And first of all, it has in-app purchases, which you don't want to get into. And you sign a term of service policy that states when you sign up, you're 13. I love the kid that says, well, my dad signed me up. I said, then, I'm sorry, but dad lied because you're not 13. That's one that they should. The kids were all playing this in the fall. This was a big game in the fall. I change my presentation every year to add and take out what's no longer popular. So this is a big one right now, especially with your 10, 11-year-old kids.
What is it?
It's their building communities, and then they can attack each other, kind of like a Game of Thrones type thing, only for gamers, yes.
So why would you need to be 13?
I think because you can talk to people you don't know. I had a mom contact me, and she says, there's this game, and they're playing with each other, which is fine, but then they start to play with other kids that know other kids that know other kids, and it becomes a larger community, and there could be people you don't know on it.
And then they can talk to each other.
Right.
There's also violence in there because, yes, they're building a community, but they can be attacking each other,
Killing each other.
attacking things. Yeah.
It's just one to avoid. There's a reason they rated it 13+. The next one is Snapchat. It's rated 12+. I would bet that almost every hand went up when I asked who has Snapchat. Because I don't show them this until after I ask. Because then they will tell me. Snapchat allows the kids to send a picture, and supposedly that picture disappears in 6 seconds or 10 seconds. I say, well, you think it's going away, but I can very easily take a screenshot of whatever you sent me in less than the amount of time that it goes away. And then that picture's mine. I can do whatever I want. Plus, there's an app right after that called Snap Spy. The kids go, why would they create this? I said, because they can. And this allows you to save those photos that you think are disappearing in 10 seconds and videos without informing the person who sent it to you. So very quickly, there goes all that privacy you thought you had. So Snap Spy and Snapchat are two that I would not review. The next one is Vine. Vine is connected with Twitter, which is supposed to be 17 or older. It allows you to take short videos. Again, some of the reason is that, yes, I might take very normal videos of playing soccer or whatever, but some people don't. And there's questionable content that they may be able to access. Text-free. Here's one of my favorites. It's rated 4+, so they're supposedly fine. And it lets kids text to each other, but here's the reason that I'm against it. If you don't use that for 15 days, the company, Pinger, who creates it, is allowed to take your phone number and give it to somebody else, reassign it. So I have Mary Beth thinking she's texting me, but my number's been reassigned to a stranger that she doesn't know.
And we have had that in our schools.
So it's now called Text Free Ultra. They've upgraded it. But it's still rated 4+. But the fact that somebody can sell my number and now other people are texting it makes me a little scared.
Yeah, we find that with a lot of the younger kids on their iPads or their things because they don't have phones with messaging apps. So this allows them to do that, but you just really have to make sure if they don't use it, just like she said, if you don't use it in 15 days, they reassign it so you can be talking to anybody.
This is a big cyberbullying. Lots of people use it. School districts around the country are forbidding it. I don't know whether ours has done that yet or not, but I know it's forbidden in a lot of school districts. It's rated 17+. It allows kids to text with friends. It gives you a face-to-face feel, like iMessage type thing. But it's been connected with a lot of cyberbullying cases. Instagram, again, is a site. It's also got an app with it. You have to be 13. It used to be, you had to be 17. You have to be 13. Tweaked its terms of service, and they can sell your photos. Okay? My biggest problem with it is kids think they have a private account, but if they share it with somebody and that somebody shares it with somebody else and so on and so forth, it's no longer private. So that's the big one, that they can sell my pictures, which I don't like, and that other people can share them. YouTube. Anybody can go and watch YouTube. But to have it, you're technically supposed to be 13, like have an account there and upload videos and things. And it's because, again, there could be questionable content there. If you've ever been to YouTube, there's some wonderful things there. I know a lot of kids that do craft videos and things like that. There's also some very questionable things there. Yik Yak, again, it's supposed to be 17. To download it and to use it, it resembles a Twitter feed. This is also no profile, no passwords, and it's all anonymous. Isn't that wonderful? I could tell somebody they smell bad, and nobody would know it was me. So you feel entitled and empowered, but not in a good way. This has also been, if I'm correct, with cyberbullying connected.
It's been connected to cyberbullying. It's also been, they had something at Widener University where they had
The bomb threat.
And they could track it, even though it is anonymous. Their IT people could track like that. But that's something you have to know that they're on it. It's not something that, it's just something to watch out for. There's no reason to be on anything like that for our
Not when they're
elementary
little kids.
Yeah.
Yes. This app allows users to interact, question, and answer format. Nothing wrong with that. With friends and peers. Nothing wrong with that. I don't like the anonymous part. I don't like that my kid can be asking questions to somebody they don't know. And my kids are older. I don't like them doing that. They feel safe because they don't feel that the person can get to them. They feel like they're in a safe little bubble. It's 13+ as well. Shots of Me. This app it shows the user's location. And that's right there. That's a warning to me. It's 17+. Okay, it's a direct messaging feature. Okay, but when it shows my location, I don't want people to necessarily know where I'm at. Whisper, this one's just freaky. Creepy and freaky. 17+, but you can, it's built specifically for spreading rumors and secrets. It lets users post pictures and text anonymously. Whisper shares the secrets based on geographic locations. So it tells, why would I tell my secrets to other people I don't even know and then tell them where I'm at? Sexual predators have used this app to locate victims with GPS tracking. Thank you, no. Avoid that. Tinder. Developers describe the app as a fun way to connect with new and interesting people around you. Okay, great. I don't want to do that. Tinder allows a person to create a profile and see images of potential romantic matches in the immediate area. Users can rat each other's profiles, so it is a potential cyberbullying tool. It is easy for adults and children to find each other using GPS tracking. Thank you. Line Gag, this is a new one for this presentation. It's one of the most popular apps. It's the memes, the pictures, okay?
With the words at the
Yeah, with the
top.
words, the pictures that you can type words over top of the pictures and everything like that. These pictures aren't moderated and could come from any uploader and feature terrible images you don't want kids seeing. And 12 plus, I think that should be 17.
So even though they're just looking for the cat pictures, you don't know what
They could
they're
type in
like.
cat and you could get all sorts of things. Blender is a flirting app. It's rated 17 plus, but it uses GPS location to connect people. Adults can contact children and vice versa. Okay, here are some helpful sites, and again, I'm going to show you the symbol loop that I have created. Did you put that on the card?
On this little business card, here is the web address.
These are the 4 sites I highly recommend. This is the one that had the cyberbullying movie on it. Common Sense Media. When I was a kid, my aunt had an article that she would read in the paper every Sunday, telling what the movies were rated, what the books were rated. Common Sense Media does the same things for apps, websites, movies, you name it. It will come up, it will tell you the age that they think is appropriate, and it will tell you why. I Keep Safe is where you will find the Technocat School Family is funded by the PTO, the National PTO, so it's got some great stuff all around, not just internet safety. But I want to show you the symbol loop. And this is just the safety rules that I share with kids. Go over them and talk about how you keep your passwords and IDs private. Don't share your address. Don't open emails if you don't know where the source is from. Let me show you what a symbol is. I don't like when I can't see anything.
What's wrong?
See things this way. Symbaloo is a great bookmarking site, and I have about 18 Symbaloos. This one is the address that's on the little card, and it is broken down into all those sites I just showed you. It also has how to put in parental controls on different devices. If you go there, it will go through step 1, step 2, step 3. It has your Faux Pas Technocat movies and your Net Smart Kids. It also has videos. Talks about Facebook or social networking, preventing bullying, protecting kids' privacy. You know, all of these are resources that you can use. Here's the one I like, the Internet Acronyms Dictionary. You know, what does LOL mean? That's an easy one. But there's some that those kids use, like parent in room, parent over shoulder, whatever. They have all these different acronyms. There's controls you can set in iTunes, with iPod Touch. So all of these are here. If you click on them, they open up a website. So it's just like a bookmarking site. And they're all resources that I use to create the PowerPoint, or to find ages, or to get like a review of an app, or a review of a website. They're very, very helpful when you're trying to protect your child. So they are available. All you have to do is type in the address that's on the card, and it should take you right there. It'll say, do you want to view this, or do you want to save it to your Symbaloo? If you don't have a Symbaloo, that's okay. You can still view it, and you can click on it and use it. Okay, so it's something that you can have bookmarked, because it has all those bookmarks for you. This is something I update. So if we go away from iOS 8, and we're now on iOS 9, I'll update that so that that information is there for that. If we come out with a new PlayStation, I'll update that information too. Some of them I've kept. Like I might have PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4 because not everybody has the 4. But I find it just a really neat way to keep all that information in one spot. Are there any questions?
How effective are parental controls if you enforce them, like if you try to control the content, and how effective are
It depends. If you have a savvy kid, then I'm not going to, I had a kid who could get around a lot of the things that I would put on. And I'd say to him, and I would realize, he's like, how are you on the computer? It's after 9 o'clock. I have the parental control. But you can't sign on after 8. How did you do that? Oh, well, dumb things to get caught, but he could figure out a way around. Little ones, under 5th grade, I think you're pretty good. It's those teenagers, those tweens that are going to try things. And I think they need to be made aware of the dangers that are out there. Have the discussion with them. And I think at this point, my kids know to come to me if they feel uncomfortable. And if they don't feel they can come to me because I'll get mad at them because they broke the rule, I said, if you don't feel that you can go to your mom and your dad, go to the principal, go to your teacher, go to somebody you can trust. Because I'd rather find out that you broke my rule than have you get hurt. So yeah, kids are pretty savvy. They don't mind clicking buttons. They have no fear, unfortunately.
I think the communications is the biggest part. I mean, I've talked to my guys since they were little, and just like you, my guys hated that I taught computers all this time because I knew how to block things to do. You know, mine, when they weren't allowed to chat, my oldest daughter went to this game called RuneScape, which had a whole chat thing down the bottom. But we had a contract, and that went up on our refrigerator that she signed that said, I won't do this. If I do that, then I will lose the computer for a week. The computer came to me. So it's you have to not be afraid to follow up on the consequences that you say. Now, if she had to do a school project during that week, I would have stood right next to her while she did it.
My thing with my kids is I trust you as long as you show me I can trust you.
Right.
And if you show me I can trust you, it's a hard thing to get back. Yeah, you get the computer back in a week, but my trust is going to be a long time coming back. And, you know, I think it only took once or twice with him. And my daughter, who's 16, has never gone on that outside edge because she saw, you know, they also watch how it goes with the older child.
Right.
Nobody's perfect. No kid's perfect. They're going to test you. And sometimes we have to give them just a little bit of space so we can see how they do and then a little bit more. You know, yes, you may go on the computer between 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock, but you may not do X, Y, and Z. And if they do X, Y, and Z, then they've shown that they can be trusted. But they're going to try because they are kids.
Right, they are going to try.
They are going to try. And you just, it kind of have to be one step ahead of them. So yes, how good are they, the parental controls? First of all, they'll be shocked that you move them.
Right. That'll be the first thing.
Wow. And just him knowing that I could catch him made him a little bit more cautious. You know? And now they have their own iPads, and I can pretty much trust them. If I hear a lot of giggling going on in his room, I'm going to get up and go, what are you doing? What are you watching? You know, because even though he's 17, he's still 17. He's not, it hasn't all connected yet for him. You know, different kids at different ages.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest, besides the safety issue, one of the other issues that I have with the young kids is they have iPads or iTouches or the different things, and they take them into their rooms and they stay up late. And that's one where, like, we had a place where everything went. The phones, everything went to charge by 8:30 at night or 9 o'clock at night before you went to bed. Everything went there so that they didn't have it in bed, because we do have kids that will come to school and they'll be really tired and they'll be like, oh, well, I was talking to Casey until 10 o'clock last night.
Yeah, and young kids. Kids. I mean, I had an 8-year-old girl who was on Instagram, and she had shown somebody else how to sign up for Instagram, and who had shown somebody else, and who had shown somebody else. And so she got called into the office, and the principal said, do you realize the age for Instagram? She's 8. And I had just done internet safety, so I knew she knew. I said, she was there that day, and I knew she knows. And she goes, how did you, I just went and said, well, does your dad and mom know? Well, yeah, my dad knows. Well, okay, that's a talk for the parent and the child. But what are you teaching your kid?
But you know, if the parent probably doesn't know that there's an age limit, they don't see it. They don't.
Correct. This is how many times have I even clicked through? I agree to the terms of service, because that's a lot of legalese. Who wants to read all that? But it's having an open conversation with your child. This is what I expect. You know, it is. These are the rules. Follow the rules. If you don't follow the rules, X, Y, and Z is going to happen. But it is. The more and more mobile technology gets, the harder it is to manage. And there's so much out there. I mean, I can remember when the internet started. That's how old I am.
Yeah.
And you know, it took forever. Dial-up took forever, and everything took forever. it's there. And these kids, if it's not there right away, they're pounding on the keyboard like, this is so slow. Why is our connection so slow? You know, I'm like, you're gonna break my keyboard. But it is. It's a scary world. It's a lot scarier now to raise children than I think it was 20 years ago because of all the stuff we're exposed to.
My kid's main thing is Minecraft.
Yes.
So- And I will go in the room where they're playing the Minecraft, and I'll see these people that they're playing with are cursing and inappropriate, and is there a, and then I have a friend who's much more savvy with computers, and she
Mhm.
tells me about servers and this and that, but
Yeah.
I don't know what it means.
Okay.
And are there safe servers that I can make them go on as opposed to?
I don't know about Minecraft in particular. I'm thankful that I missed that. My kids are just enough out of that realm. It's something that I probably will go on to Common Sense Media now that you brought it up. Servers, our district has servers. Obviously, they don't have Minecraft. It's probably blocked. But a server that, it's like the brain. And from there, people connect and contact it, and it contacts back. So if you have Jimmy over here in Pennsylvania and Joey in Delaware, they could both be connecting to the same server, which allows them to talk to each other.
How do you get to the server?
When they log into the site, you're going to the brain. Am I correct in that, Mary Beth? The server is the brain. So you could have one kid in Pennsylvania and one kid in Delaware, both going to the same thing, like Minecraft. Yeah.
Can you choose which server you get on? Like, how do you choose which server?
No.
Oh, you
No,
can't
it's
choose.
just, that's, you know, the site is made up of, so probably tons of servers. But you just, if you're on the same site, you can talk to each other, if that's how the site is set up. So I know Minecraft is set up like
It's
that.
very open, I'm sure.
Can you,
Yeah.
and could I pay to have my own server on Minecraft and then be able to invite my kids' friends?
No, what you would have to do, some places, I don't know if Minecraft is like this, some places are you can pay for a better, I'm gonna, for lack of a better word, a better account, one that might have more privacy.
More privacies, more filters.
So you do that through Minecraft?
You would do it through whatever, yeah. Like I said, I don't know if Minecraft has something like that. If Patrick was still here, I could have.
Yeah, he would probably know. I will probably, now that you've said something, investigate it. If you give me your email, I'll send you what I find. But I tried to, like, I added Clash of Clans in the fall because I had a question from a parent. So that was in response to a question from a parent. I know a lot of kids that play Minecraft, but yeah.
Yeah, a lot too. And it can be very good at problem solving and things like that, but you need to watch
Because it does
who
coding.
they're
doesn't
friends
it?
with. It does coding, yes.
Coding's the big thing. But yeah, you got it, and that's the thing, is can they block somebody? You know, and if you block that friend, can they unblock that friend? It depends on, I don't know enough about Minecraft, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that it is. Did you just write Minecraft on top? Oh, good, okay, that's perfect. I will, I'll find out for you and I'll. My list of things to do. But yeah, and I think I'll add it to the show for next week.
There you go.
Okay.
You'll come back.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
Next Wednesday at Hillsdale, we'll have that answer.
Yeah, so there you go. But yeah, I know that's a big one now. A lot of kids. I
Yeah.
bought the books at school and I can't keep them on the shelf. But they just love to eat these things up. But you know what? That one will go away. Sometimes one books.
I don't know, it's been around for a while, it's very popular, that's all they want to do. And then my 11-year-old, I didn't know YouTube yet, but he takes videos of himself, and they all watch videos of other people playing Minecraft.
Yeah,
And
and you can set privacy things on. But again, if somebody else shares it,
But he doesn't, like, he wants to try and get users to see, and I've told them they're not allowed to show their face.
okay.
They have a voice because
Mhm.
they comment, but that's it. I don't know about the location, if theirs are turned off on their,
But you have to check and say.
on their sites. I know they're turned off on their little things, but I don't know about the big things.
Yeah. If they're using an iPad, you want to make sure it's turned off in their camera. Because it will embed the location. When I saw, there was a little news clip about how it comes down to exactly pinpointed. They showed you this newscaster with her little girl, and they gave her an iPhone to just play with and take pictures of her daughter. It showed where she was in the park. It showed exactly where her bedroom was. Not only her house, her bedroom in the house. That's how specific it is. And that's scary. You know, that's scary. So.
I wasn't sure if you were going to show that video.
Oh, the newscast? I didn't show that video, because I don't want to video you out. I wanted to show you the 5th grade one, because that's
Yeah,
very
that was good.
hard hitting. Like I said, that's got to be at least 5 years old. I've been showing that for at least 5 years.
Old.
Yeah, but it still gets that message across.
I wonder, they had an internet class at our school, which my 3rd grader came home, and said, I was really surprised, he was really,
What school?
he was rated Glen Acres. And I wonder if that was the video, if they showed that to them, because he came home and said, I didn't know people could change their voices, it sounded like a little girl.
Well, see, that's what she's imagining in her head. I bet you that is because one of our librarians shared that with all the librarians, and we pretty much are the ones responsible for the internet safety. Classroom teachers do some, but mainly they go to the library for that lesson. I won't show it, my kid is a very sensitive child. She would have been totally freaked out by that 3rd grade. Now, I was going through some of what I was putting into this, and she goes, oh, I remember seeing that in 5th grade. So, different schools, different, yeah, but I wouldn't show that to her. Personally.
He said it was a voice changer, so I.
It could be,
suppose was
it could be.
a-
Now, I don't have the link for that, but I can post the link on that if you wanted to show it. Yeah.
I mean, they may have seen it, but.
Yeah, no,
it was
that's,
good.
let me tell you,
So,
that
yeah.
definitely hits home, and the kids will ask to see it again, come see it again. And my 4th graders will often come in after that, and the 5th graders are going out. I said, yeah, you don't get to see it next year. You have to wait. But they still like the Technocat, and that's a little bit easier. It gets all the points across without terribly frightening them.
Yeah. You know, and my kids watch so much violent stuff.
Yeah.
Minecraft and Clash of Clans. That they need something more impactful
Mhm.
than.
Yeah, because it doesn't frighten them because,
Yeah.
well, I like it's not supposed to be like kids, students make that.
Correct.
Internet safety, that was a class project. I thought that was good. You know, they got an A from me. So, all right, well, if there's any other questions, you can always email me. I'm at croberts@wcast.net.